Hill, and it's Mahinmi in at the 5 roaming the paint.
Neither.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
And here's Mahinmi after Jared Sullinger hitting his three. Kicks it to Hill. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's George. Got a hand on it. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Bradley's got the ball.
The solo
Man, that's what I'm doing out here, man.
We see too often.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You're right, and caught the defense totally off guard.
Hey, guys, how about his coach? Looked like his heart was in his throat there for a second. Now, though, he's able to smile. More of a smile of relief.
Thomas goes in. That's good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control
I got my camera view on broadcast.
Situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Yeah, when I found out they had, I said, oh, shit.
Now here's Johnson. Following the miss by Monte Ellis.
I got too greedy. Don't bring that down.
Here's George. Bank shot. No good. The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
Ooh, good block.
And that's
looked like LeBron last night.
Retain possession. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And he gets it back.
When he tried to pipe it on Green.
The pass to Allen. It's George on the wing. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Damn it.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Good shot.
Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole
come on,
during the course of the season.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Turner's checked in for Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley.
What the
Then
fuck?
for the Pacers, Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. And it's C.J. Miles in for George.
That's a tougher shot than you hope for off a fast break, but you can't argue with the result.
Bad pass.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you're always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Celtics. Urebko comes in for Johnson. Then
that's why I was messing up.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Ty Lawson subbed in for George Hill. Lawson drives in.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lawson has the
left
open
him
look.
open.
Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills, and can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call them buckets because that's a lethal formula.
And Turner kicks to Yarebko. There's a good screen. Clock at 6. They get it back. Turner. And he drops it in from the low post. Turner's got his first basket.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Oh, good pass. Good pass.
Hill has the open look. That is in there. Lawson with the assist.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
It's
Meet him
stolen
at the
by Lawson.
rim.
Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And that's a big
Good
bonus
shit.
for him to end the quarter as he...
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Pacers lead by 6. We've got more in store for you right after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway.
Oh, yeah.
And
Shit, I'm
guys,
on,
let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Turner is out there with Paul George. And there's Ian Mahinmi. Then it's Ellis. And it's Hill in
No
a
foul.
point guard
No
position.
foul.
On the wing, George. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
You know, no doubt last year, a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Marcus Smart. Here's Hill.
Good shit.
The rebound by Johnson. Celtics trail by 3. Bradley dishes to Turner. Bradley passes to Johnson. Sullinger the screen. Here's Turner. No good. That would have tied it. The Pacers shoot well, 50% from the floor. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And a wide open look here for Ellis.
He's Steph Curry
That's
out there
good
on
the
the
jump
block.
shot. Ellis has got 7 points.
He's fortunate that shot found the ball. Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
it's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also,
Yeah, maybe you just ain't hitting the right button.
Let's see how
In
this one
time.
turns out.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with
You
that
ain't got no
left knee
confidence in
injury.
yourself, man.
Came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Here's Crowder. Kept alive by Boston. And Turner kicks to Bradley. Down low. Johnson with it. Picked up by Ellis. Johnson dishes to Bradley.
Too far out.
And the 3 off
Jack
target.
ball that one.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
George passes to Allen. Back to George. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 5 points now in the quarter. Celtics trail by 8. And it's Turner off the drive. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's good. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Outside, George. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making some changes. Olenek, he's checked in for Sullinger. Urebko comes in for Jay Crowder. And Thomas subbed in for Evan Turner. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Mahinmi. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Ty Lawson subbed in
and
for
one.
Hill.
That's what we need.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. And a change for the Pacers. Turner's checked in. Lawson drives in. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the
Good
credit.
shit.
And he gets the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Stolen by Miles. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And Stuckey gets it to go on the assist by Lawson. Stuckey's got his first points in this one. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in the rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at the professional level.
There you go.
Smart wide open. He fires. And that one's on target from the wing. Smart's got 5 now. And Lawson with the drive. And Turner kicks to Hill. The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Free throw drops for Hill.
Kevin, you look at their free throw percentage. They've been very efficient from the line today. That's a big factor.
Both free throws good from Hill.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Kicks it out to Johnson. To the right side. Thomas, it's a wide open look. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Pacers out in front,
Damn.
up 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
I made all mine. I only took 3, but I made them.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. You have to like what we're seeing from Monte Ellis.
And
Oh, yeah, they
though
were getting
the
it in.
defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
But for him, Greg, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less, and I bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch run.
The second half just about to get going here.
At?
You have to like what we're seeing from Monte Ellis.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going, and in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
All fueled up and ready to go.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.